Hello, welcome back to 1001 Beers. You must try before you die. Back here in lockdown. I've got beer number 502 here. I've only got a few in my stash left now before I'm going to have a break. But this is one of the ones I've had for a little while, had since before Christmas. It's now June. This is from England. It's one of the elusive English beers which I hadn't got hold of. First brewed 2005. In the book it's 7.7, but it's gone down to 7.4 now. Let's not quibble over point percentages here. And it is Thornbridge Saint Petersburg. The bottle is much nicer than the original one. The original one is just sort of black with red writing, and this is red with white writing. Although it has moved from being a 500ml bottle to being a 330ml bottle, which is fine because I have my special Thornbridge glass. I bought a Thornbridge mix case just to get this beer. Awful, have to drink all that lovely Thornbridge beer, but they sent me a glass as well. It came with it, so that's perfect. So let's crack this open. We'll talk about the beer in a minute. I've never had this beer before, by the way. I've had Thornbridge beer for years. I shall review Dry Port and Kipling and Bracier on this channel. But this is one I've never had before. Never even seen it before, in fact. Bottle condition there is, so that's fine. Fits absolutely perfectly in that glass. Let's put that to one side for a minute. Let's have a look at the bottle first. So Thornbridge have upgraded their branding, and they've got these lovely swirly bits. The background is the bottles and the cans are beautiful. I think the bottles are slightly nicer because they feel a bit more posher. And it says since 2005, and it's got the Thornbridge logo and some of the writing in this kind of gold font, which is quite nice. St. Petersburg is a fabulous and warming, full-bodied stout with a subtle smokiness and decadent chocolate malt flavours. Well, I love chocolate in a stout and I like smokiness, so I'm looking forward to trying this. Thornbridge from Bakewell in Derbyshire. I'm quite sure it's Derbyshire. So lovely bottle, and let's see the tasting notes. Dark colour with an espresso head. On the nose, fiery alcohol, soot, mocha, condensed milk, and cigar box. Well, that is quite the mix on the nose. It's a beguiling palate with more mocha and condensed milk, bitter fruit, hops, and malty softness coming in before a long-lasting bitter finish with roasted graininess returning. Well, I'm glad there's no soot and cigar in the taste. So, without further ado, let's go for it. Oh, I didn't say what it looked like either. It's as black as night, basically, and there isn't much of a head. The smell, I'm getting the bit of mocha and a bit of milk, but not much else. I need to go for the taste. Cheers. Oh, that's delicious. I'm really glad that even though it's an Imperial Russian stout, and there's a reason why it's called St. Petersburg, I'll tell you in a minute. I'm glad it's only 7.4, because Imperials can be really, really high ABV. This is very, very drinkable. This is delicious. I'm getting a lot of chocolate flavour. I think the recipe must have changed since they did it before. I don't mind. It's lovely. It's the same name of the beer, so I'm getting like a bit of bitterness. The aftertaste is bitterness, but the initial taste is kind of this chocolate maltiness, which is really nice. So basically, Thornbridge were originally based at Thornbridge Hall, which is a big stately home, and there was the reason why it's called St. Petersburg. In 1790, a local merchant named John Morwood bought Thornbridge Hall. He had made his fortune selling linen to St. Petersburg, then the Russian capital, a fact that helps name the Imperial Russian Stout. So it says, the brewery's director said that with this beer, we were looking back to the sort of beer they might have drunk in the house's early days. Style of beer that was imported regularly from to the Baltic. Maris Otter, torrefied wheat, chocolate roasted barley, dark crystal, and peated malts go into the mash tun, while the hops include Vanguard, Sriracha Ace, and a variety that always changes. Dark muscovado sugar is added towards the end of the boil. Well, I can't taste the Sriracha Ace because I flipping hate Sriracha as a hop. It's horrible. a lot of people, it divides people. A lot of people love it. I hate it. It's not a nice hop at all. That is really good. It does not taste like it's ABV. It's got a lovely softness, but this sort of aftertaste of bitterness. That is it. It's got depth without being heavy. If that makes sense. It's still crisp. I'm really enjoying this. It's a really, really, really nice stout. It's got all the things I like in a stout. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit thicker, but actually it doesn't lose anything through that. It doesn't lose anything through being not as thick. I imagine if it was on cask, it would. If you can, it would. If I don't even know if it would work on cask. If it did, it'd probably be nice to be thicker coming out of the pipes. But this is lovely. I can see why it's in the book. It's a beautiful beer. And actually, I'm not normally a fan of Imperial Russian stouts. I can tend to find they basically just make them too sweet and far too boozy. But this one is right up my street. This is my kettle of fish when it comes to beer. I do like a dark beer, but not one that's too sweet. And this one's good. It's not sweet at all. It's chocolatey without sweetness, and it is good ABV without it being any hit of booze. I'm not getting any booziness at all. It's nothing in the back of the throat. But it's so tasty. You still want to sip it. It's a sipper, so that's lovely. I imagine you probably could do a pint easily, but I think this is one you want to savour a bit more. So I'll leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for another beer review very, very soon.